beginning of the 1960s, basically you had the NAACP at the national level having the field to itself, and their emphasis was on lobbying and litigation. The problem with that for most African Americans was that it left out popular agitation.
Nothing changed in the South, which made it necessary for a new strategy to arise. And that new strategy was nonviolent direct action.
Nonviolent direct action is using nonviolence instead of violence. Nonviolent techniques invariably confront the segregated lunch counter, the segregated waiting room, against an integrated group of people who refuse to observe the signs or the law or the custom of the segregation. There are many different techniques of direct action. The boycott is a direct action. The sit-in is another form. The strike, the march.
It was hard for a number of other organizations to do it or to understand it.
I don't want any trouble on this bus. I'm ordering all you niggers to get to the back.
This is a social drama being enacted as part of the training given to recruits who will ride freedom buses or trains or planes in interstate travel throughout the South.
Hey, you heard what that man said? Hey, you nigger. You hear what that man said?
Part of nonviolent direct action is to defeat violence. This is why we train people. We train them to die if necessary.
Come on.
CORE understood direct action. Jim Farmer understood direct action.
I'm James Farmer, National Director of the Congress of Racial Equality. On May 4th, 1961, 13 of us, Negroes and whites, bought tickets in Washington, D.C. for a long ride on 2 regularly scheduled buses through the Deep South. Others said we should wait for the time to get ripe, for things to cool off. But we believe the time is always ripe to fight evil.
An organization like CORE believed that you needed to be more aggressive, you needed to be more assertive in order to fight for your rights and not simply wait for the courts to grant them to you. The idea of the Freedom Rides is a really radical idea. The NAACP was very reluctant for the Congress of Racial Equality to do this because they felt that violence was going to happen, that people were going to get hurt, indeed that people might get killed.
The Freedom Riders legitimated the use of direct action to change social policies. They did something 2 Supreme Court decisions could not do, which was to accomplish the integration of interstate facilities.
The Freedom Rides is one of the most successful enterprises in American politics. Within just 1 year, there was no place left where there was colored and white and segregation in the terminals, and they won everything they had sought. It's one of the great achievements of nonviolent direct action, you could almost say, in the history of the world.